Hello and welcome back. I'm Nicole, the Cottage Witch, and this is the month of July acquisitions video. It's gonna be pretty short, which is good because, you know, budgets are fun. But the main thing I got was the Wisdom of the Kalia Oracle by Jane Bridson. I'll link her Instagram below. It's a strange way of ordering. You have to message her to get on her waiting list. And then there's I think it's a PayPal transaction. Anyway, it's fine. But it came in this little cloth bag with a book, which I have not read yet, but it looks pretty, you know, pretty simple, but pretty good, I think. But yeah, I have not read in this envelope that I will not keep. But the cards, anyway, so the cards are beautiful. I haven't used them yet, but I love that so much. Fire pit. They're I think deceptively sort of simple, but they feel to me like they've got a lot of depth, which is lovely and sort of why I got it. Also because of the Kalia. So that's actually the only deck I've gotten this month. Which again, you know, is like there's a lot on my wish list, but actually it's good if I can stick to a budget. And then for books, I got Trolldom, Spells and Methods of the Norse Folk Magic Tradition, which is like some of the Irish books I've read in past months. It's just a collection of very old superstitions and spells and things and cures or alleged cures that, you know, may or may not be a good idea to try these days. But there's a bit of an introduction, and then just the bulk of the book is all these different spells. So that'll be fun. And then I got, this was recommended on the Zen Witch. Oh, now I can't remember the rest of her channel's name. Anyway, it's Companions in Spirit, a guide to working with your spirit helpers. It's quite an old book. I had to find it on YouTube. It's, yeah, 84. So it's not new, but she recommended it, and I liked her videos about spirit work, so I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. It wasn't, even though it's out of print, it wasn't too expensive. And then I got Saturdays for Funerals, which doesn't look like much because the dust jacket is gone, but it's from, I got it secondhand from the Dublin Library, apparently, by Unity Dow. She is from Botswana. And she's, I think, one of the only authors from Botswana who's ever been published widely, like, outside of Botswana. So yeah, that is that one. And then I got The Night Circus and Other Stories by Ursula Kowalik. She is Slovakian, I want to say. So these are all now for my, like, Read Around the World project. And this is just a bunch of short stories that sounded kind of weird and kind of interesting. And, you know, I can do a little weird, so that's all right. And then I got La Petite Poule by Mariam Berry. She is from Senegal, but also somewhere else. Guinea or Equatorial Guinea or someplace like that. The west coast of Africa, anyway. And the other French book I got was by Monique Ilbodo, and she is from, where is she from? Burkina Faso. So that'll be fun eventually. I won't get to these right away. And then Kamal Daoud. This is that book that I wanted to read after I read Albert Camus', I think it's The Stranger. Does it say on the back here? Yeah, The Stranger. Because that's written by, okay, sometimes he's called an Algerian author, but really he was a white French man who was living in Algeria. So he wasn't really an Algerian author, I don't think. At least I wouldn't put him in that category. Personally, I know some people do, and I mean, I guess if you're Algerian, you do what you like. I'm not gonna tell you otherwise, but so Wide Sargasso Sea, as a response to Jane Eyre, I think that's what the book is called, was really interesting. And this is sort of the equivalent for The Stranger. This is, so an Arab man dies, as I understand it, in The Stranger. I haven't read it yet. And then this is from a counter perspective from an Algerian perspective. So I thought that was quite interesting. So I'll read those two together someday. Someday I will get, my reading list is just not getting any shorter, no matter how much I read. But anyway, those are my acquisitions for July. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.